So a couple of things. The best answer to this question, we got to look a bit of the history of Magento. Okay, so Magento 1, which basically Magento 2 came out early 2016. Magento 1 kind of before that had market dominance. Magento 1 was the name sort of in e-com. Whether you were small business, medium business, or large business, Magento 1 was sort of the go-to solution. So Magento 2 gets a lot of its popularity by sort of living off the name of Magento 1. Now, since then, a couple of things have happened. I don't think Magento 2 has been as effective for its time as Magento 1 was. And also the competitive space is now so big now with the introduction of SaaSes like Shopify, BigCommerce, and then, SAP has their own e-commerce platform. It's just now the space has got a lot more competitive. So Magento 2 kind of what these sort of all these platforms are doing is instead of trying to be an all-encompassing one solution, I'm going to capture the market for small, medium, and large-sized businesses, they all realize it's better to sort of have a more niche approach. So Shopify does indeed sort of, because of its ease of use and its price point, does indeed tailor for smaller-sized businesses whose requirements are likely not as big, so they don't even need the customizations, blah, blah, blah. Now, Demandware has sort of mulled before. They sort of specialize in high-end businesses sort of only. And then Magento's trying to capture the medium to high-end scale. Generally speaking, those are people that are going to, big businesses, they're going to have their own warehouses or they're going to manage their own ERPs and stuff. And then, connecting that to Magento might be easier than Shopify. It might be, although Shopify API is pretty solid as well. But then they'll also need some custom stuff on their website, whatever it be. You let your imagination go wild, and Magento is the right solution for them. Usually these people have multi-websites, a B2B website, a B2C website, a whole bunch of custom shipping rules at the checkout. Magento is great for custom shipping rules, amongst other custom checkout stuff. So Magento really, they're sort of trying to get into that niche of the medium to the high scale high size businesses. But sort of to continue on the future of sort of Magento. So now in 2.4, they're clearly trying to go towards PWA. So they're definitely heading in the direction of headless development. So headless e-com. So meaning that the back end would be totally decoupled from the front end. So hence why they're adding more GraphQL support. So from a technical perspective of where the code is going in future, you can kind of see that they're starting to phase out already their sort of version of the front end with its knockout JS and its block template structure. They're going to go for a more, PWA headless style, which means you can just plug and play any sort of front end, and you just attach it basically through the API to the Magento backend. That's in one sense, but then kind of more broadly, where is Magento trying to go? It's hard to speculate ever since Adobe acquired it in 2018 for $1.7 billion. They didn't buy that to do nothing with it. So I suspect, and Adobe's not a big fan of open source, but I guess because of sort of Magento is known as one of the open source solutions, that probably won't change. I wouldn't worry too much about Magento not being open source, because you can already see how they're starting to sell the cloud package. More and more is becoming a little more a service that they want to kind of sell rather than lose a bit of the open source functionalities. And where do I kind of see it? I'm going to assume Adobe's going to try to integrate it with their sort of Adobe Creative package. I think maybe in the future, my sort of best guess is that, you'll be creating the front end of your website using Adobe products, sort of, and then your backend will be powered by Magento, and they'll probably try to really push more and more to have people buy the cloud option where, it's managed hosting already for you. And you could kind of view Magento a bit of a mass Magento as a service. That might be the direction they're going, but again, I can't really predict what Adobe's doing because
of course,
I don't work for them.